Alright guys, welcome back to Holly Ridge Outdoors. I'm Justin Green.
And I'm Heath Steele.
And today we're talking about pack in and out to the deer stand, so let's get started.
Alright guys, as Justin said, today we're going to kind of be talking a little bit about what we're going to be using this season to get our gear in and out of the deer woods. And we have actually chose the Insights Vision hunting pack. This thing is awesome. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not really gonna break down. It's pretty easy and self-explanatory here on the bow. This thing has got a quiver that you can put in either side, the left or right. It snaps in with these buckles here, and then of course it sticks down in here. If you can see that or not, you can put it on either side, and then of course your bow, it's got a sleeve that goes in here with a strap that goes around it, and then of course it actually opens up.
It's kind of like a taco, yeah, book or a taco.
You slide it in there and strap it in. It straps in about 4 different locations down there. It's got these big buckles on it, so it is very, very heavy duty and well constructed. So
absolutely.
As well as the, I guess what I really like about this thing, like I said, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has got some awesome padding on it here. So once again, we try to pack light, but when you're going in Ohio to sit all day on an all-day hunt, you're going to have a lot more actually than what you're going to see in our packs today. Of course, we will have our bow and quiver and with our arrows, and then we'll break down inside the bag here. But we don't have anything in here like camera equipment, which we're going to have. We don't have anything like snacks or drinks or anything like that, or at least I don't in my bag. So anyway, we'll start breaking into these things. Once again, go over and check Insights out. They make some very high quality bags, so let's jump into it.
Alright, so leading into the bag, like Heath said, we've had many packs over the years. We started out with cheap Walmart backpacks, and those are good by all means. The less you can carry in, more than likely the better off you are. When you get into filming your hunts like we do, you just got so much stuff that you got to take in and out of the woods. A lot of times we hunt together, but we're going to be self-filming when we're in Ohio, so you got to really have a bunch of stuff in and out of the woods each day. And moving up to this pack, we were using turkey vests. Terry, Heath's dad, kind of give us that idea. You can pack a lot of stuff in; those are great. Just the comfortability was kind of failing, so that's where this pack really steps in, and it's really comfortable. You can cinch it at your your chest, you can cinch it around your waist, and then you can cinch those shoulders up and keep all that weight kind of up high and centered, and it just makes it a lot easier to move around and to get where you're going, and for you to be hands-free while you're moving in case you were to fall or whatever. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, like the video for us. We got plenty of stuff coming. Hunting season is just a few weeks away. We're going to be going to Ohio in 2 weeks and doing our yearly, getting ready for the rut, hanging new stands, dropping off corn, all that. And also, we are doing a podcast on this episode right now as well. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, go over, check us out. Our podcast, it's Holly Ridge Outdoors. It's on all the major platforms. And vice versa, if you're listening on podcast and you want a visual of what we're pulling out of our bags, go over and check us out on YouTube, Holly Ridge Outdoors, and you can kind of put some eyes on the stuff that we're pulling out of here. So, needless to say, Heath, I think we just set the bags down and we each go through the same pocket. I'll pull out what I got, you pull out what you got. We'll show them, tell them about it on the podcast, and we'll just move along and keep this thing trucking.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. I'm setting mine down.
And I may try to keep mine up here just to kind of give you guys a visual of what we're actually going through.
Okay. So, I'll let you start us off, Heath.
I guess one more pocket that we didn't talk about on this thing is actually one of the pieces that go around your waist has got a little pocket here. Justin and I was just talking, maybe able to stick cell phone, wallet, tags, license, whatever in this pocket here.
Easy access.
Easy access to get to it. So, but anyway, that's really the only external pockets I guess you have, other than what we're going to dive into right here. There is one up on the very top here, and I'll tell you what I keep in mind, just to see what Justin's got there. But I actually keep my release in this pocket here. Just, I don't know, it's not very deep, and just something I can kind of throw in there and kind of make sure I know where my release is at all times. So
in the same pocket as Heath, I'm going to keep my little doe in a can here, so that's what's going in mine.
I guess next let's just dive into this this big center pocket is kind of what I call it.
It's going to be the meat and potatoes of the backpack.
And you kind of have to bear with me here a little bit, trying to hold this thing and everything else. So I've got a lot of stuff that I keep in this one. It's a very deep pocket, and it actually has in the middle, it kind of has a mesh bag in there, I guess, like a little pocket. So anyway, I'll get my pocket at the last, but right now, let's see here a minute. I don't see my other one, but it's in there. So I have these Sitka Fanatic bow gloves that I keep in there. So what do you got?
First of all, I've got my my tree rope. This is what I tie my harness to when I climb up in the trees. So it's got a little prusset knot there. You wrap it around the tree, loops to itself, and then you just hook your lanyard right in there. So I kept it there nice and easy because that's one of the first things I'm going to be grabbing whenever I get up into the stand.
And of course, like I say, everybody does theirs different. I actually keep mine in my pocket or whatever of what I'm wearing. But like I say, everybody does everything different. So
you use a nylon strap.
I do.
Right?
I do.
So mine don't ball up as tight as his.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really pocket that out.
Got this right here. I'll tell you what I'm gonna. So we teamed up this year with Outright Hunt. Go over and check their bow hangers. It's a universal. This thing's got like 30 different combinations, but
pretty neat.
What I'm using this for, don't think that the Outright Hunt won't do everything. The only thing that I'm using this right here for, and we'll get on into it here in a little bit, but is a solar charger that I keep my GoPro going off of. So this will screw into the tree. My solar charger will lay in here.
You lay it right on top.
And then I will run my cord over to my GoPro, and if I need to charge my phone or whatever while I'm in the stand, it's pretty cool. So that's what that's for.
Alright, since he mentioned the Outright bow hanger, that's the next thing in my big pocket. I'll just kind of briefly open this up and show you guys. So Outright hunting products, they've got this bow hanger, and like Heath said, it's called the Morph Pro. It has 30 different combinations you can use, but you have a main arm that goes into the tree, and then you have two sub arms that come off of that, and then you have all these different attachments that you can attach to the bow hanger. For instance, we do GoPros as a second angle, so this actually has a mount specifically made for a GoPro. You can have a backpack hanger that goes directly to the tree, and then it comes with all kinds of different screws that you would initially put into the tree, and then you can do a different setup. If you want to use one arm here and one arm over here, you can do that. If you want to use all three arms on one and then hang something off of those, you can. There's way too many options for me to tell you in this video. So check out Outright and the Morph Pro. It's a pretty cool little system we're just using this year. So,
and we'll have a whole another video just on that.
Specifically for
just this thing's awesome, guys. You need to check it out. Like Justin said, ton of combinations. So down in here, I have got some binoculars. Nikon Pro Staff 7s. I've had these things for years. Typically when I'm self-filming, I don't use these a whole lot because I'll tell you, up in Ohio, a deer is up on you before you know it.
Yeah.
And it's either, hey, he's a shooter, or he's
let me get some footage of this guy.
So it's however, I have had to use them a couple times. You get a buck coming through a thicket or something in the distance, you want to kind of check him out and see what you got. But that's what I got in there.
All right, next up, I've got the old SOG. This is a machete, saw, hammer, knife. It's just got a multi-purpose. You can see if you need to trim some limbs, you got a nice little saw there. If you need to cut anything down the machete side. And then last year, I actually scraped this thing up against the tree, trying to make it sound like a buck making a rub. It's just something different, but I keep it in there just because you never know. Survival status, I guess. It's always good to have a big blade.
We've used that several times, needless to say. And while he's on the subject, I'll go ahead and show you. Keep this skinning, gutting, whatever knife in here. I've had this thing for several years, and it's a hen and rooster. I'm sorry, it's a kissing crane.
Kissing crane.
But I have I've gutted numerous deers with this. Titan, Goliath, all those bucks have been. This blade's been in them, so I keep that in there.
Alright, moving along, I'm going to pull two items out because they go hand in hand together. So, next up I have my Lima Shield. This is going to be the scent spray that we use. We live by this stuff. I honestly don't think we've been scented by a deer or busted by a deer on our scent since we started following these guys and using their products. Awesome group of guys, very good to work with. And I also have the core body foam. You've probably seen this in a few of our videos, but this stuff is like better than taking a bath. It's real good if it's a hot day or even if it's a cold day. You put this on your skin, you rub it in, put it in your hair, on your face. I even put it on my underarms because I don't want to use scented deodorant. This stuff is going to kill bacteria and keep it from regrowing for like, I'm wanting to think it's at least 3 days, maybe even 5 days. So that's why I say it's better than taking a shower. Awesome stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see here. Once again, so in this little pocket I was telling you about, once again, I've got the scent spray, a Lima Shield, just as Justin was talking there, and see here. I think I took my core body foam out earlier. Yeah, that's where I keep that scent spray and the core body foam as well. Goes in that pouch. So.
Alright, so next up, like Keith, I also keep a skin and blade in here. And then here's mine. It's kind of a fancy looking little thing, as you can see there. It's stab wood handle and a Damascus blade. This guy in Chattanooga hand makes these things. And thought I lost this thing for the longest time. I mean, for like 2 years, I thought I lost it, and I'm not gonna lie. I didn't buy this. It was a gift to me, but this is like a $700 skinning knife. And come to find out, it was in the toolbox of Heath's truck for like 2 years. So I was glad to find that.
Let's see. I think this pretty much wraps me up. Like I say, you have to kind of bear with me because I can't really see what I got in here. So I've got this in here. It's a little, I guess what you'd call
selfie stick.
Selfie stick. Maybe going in and out of the woods doing a kind of an interview or whatever with GoPro. And then I got a backup flashlight. We really needed that last year and didn't have it.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
We had to borrow one of Jamie's, which worked out good, but I've got that in there as kind of just a backup flashlight. So I think it takes care of it.
Wrap you up on that pocket. So I've got 2 more items. I'll go through them real quick. Item number 1 is just a simple plastic bag. Me and Heath were hunting in velvet season just last weekend, and we thought it was going to be raining. So I threw a bag in there just to, you know, cover up the camera gear if it were to start pouring down rain, sprinkling or whatever. But there could probably be many uses to have a bag with you. So I'm just gonna tuck a bag in there. You never know, come in handy. And then the last thing I got in this pocket is the almighty TP. You never go in the woods without it. If you don't, you're going to end up cutting the shirt off. So.
Or socks one.
Yeah. So moving on, that takes care of the big pocket. Next up, we'll go into the front pocket here. You can see it's also a zippered pocket, and this one's pretty cool. When we get done, we'll show you what this pocket can do for you when you're actually in the stand. So once we get all the stuff out of it, we'll demonstrate on Heath here. If you want, Heath, I'll go ahead and start this one off.
Yeah,
I'm going to grab a couple items at each time here just because there's some smaller items. So inside of that pocket there's multiple different mesh pockets inside of it. So stuff down in one of them, I got just a simple old a pocket knife. It's pretty sharp blade. I've got 1,000 here at the house, so I threw an extra pocket knife in there. I keep a little Ziploc bag that has my tag and my license in it. So when we go to Ohio, I just put it in a Ziploc bag. That way if it gets wet, it don't ruin my license. I keep the spare Allen wrenches that come with my bow and my sight in this little baggie, because you never know when you're going to have to make adjustments on the fly. And then just something quick I grabbed is a goodie powder. I get headaches from time to time, especially when you're stressing your eyes out sitting in the woods trying to look for something moving, looking for deer. So I keep goodie powders or some sort of, you know, Tylenol or something in my bag at always. Go ahead, Heath. I'll go find my next one here.
Let's see. Like I said, I don't have a ton of stuff in this one yet, and we're still trying to kind of.
This is our first season with this, yeah. So it's a learning process.
So I've got this right here, and basically what it is I've got an attachment for my that goes on the Outright Morph Pro hunting arm, and then what this does is gives your camera angle, it kind of sticks it out a little further versus having your camera sitting right on top of it.
Gives you a little more reach.
So you can kind of lay that back and then attach your camera up here. It gives you a little more reach.
Cool. Going in quick again, this pocket is where I keep my release. So I got a Scott Wildcat 2. That's my new release. Shooting it new this year. My typical release failed on me after many years, so it's time for a new one. That's what I wound up with.
Alright, like I say, this thing's got a couple different pouches and pockets in here, and one of my little pockets I've got the it's called the Great Big Can Long Range Estrus. It's
got a little volume
got
on
some
that.
volume and kind of long and drawn out, but yeah, I got that in there.
Alright, moving on. I just have simply some paracord in here. It's probably 30, maybe 40 feet paracord. Always use it. You never know when you need to tie something up, string a deer up, or just simply you run to your tree stand, you realize you don't have one in the stand and you got to pull your gear up. So got that one in here.
Alright, another little pocket. I've got the wind checker. Every once in a while, you know, every hour or so, you can just give this thing a squeeze and check the wind, see how your direction of your wind's blowing. So I keep that in there.
Moving on, I got my binos down in that main pocket as well. These are just some Bushnells. I got them from Heath, 12 by 50s. They do great. They're missing one of the eye reliefs here, but it don't matter. I just hold them up, check them out. Like Heath said, self-filming. We don't use binos a whole lot.
Alright, now I'm moving down to the zipper pocket in here. I've got this thing right here. This thing has been golden. This right here played a pretty good key in killing Titan back in 2017. So it's got a good grunt to it. It's got the slide on it. You can slide it up to a doe, and then of course it goes on down to a fawn. So it's like I say, it's got awesome call. I've never had this thing freeze up on me before. Deer Society, go over and check them out. The extinguisher, awesome product.
I'm down in the zipper pocket now as well. First item I grab is going to be a Stealth Cam card checker. This thing is actually pretty handy. You can turn it on and you can put your trail camera card in here, SD card, And you can, you know, when you're walking into the stand, grab your cards, pop them in. When you're sitting there and there's no action, you can just flip through, check and see, you know, hey, last night or, you know, yesterday I didn't sit in this stand and there was a deer come through at 8 o'clock. Maybe he does the same thing again today. Pretty neat. Just keeps you from having to, you know, take a big laptop. And then some of my trail cameras don't work on our cameras that we film with. So these are pretty neat to have. My wife got this for me for Christmas. Great gift.
Alright, let's see. So once again, when you get the outright hunt system, Morph Pro, this is the adapter I'm talking about. It literally has a quick connect on it. Slides right in there, and then of course you can mount your GoPro on this, or like I said, I use the extension on mine. Well, actually, this goes on to the GoPro, and we'll show you the whole setup on that. But that's just a little adapter piece for it.
Moving along, Heath spoke on this earlier. This is the portable power bank that we both carry now. I actually got Heath talked into buying one of these this season. This thing is freaking awesome. Let me see if I can give you some specs off of it real quick. So it is, I'm wanting to think this thing is 30,000 milliamp hours, 26,800 milliamp hours. So you're getting a ton of power out of this thing. Up on the end, you can plug up to 3 devices to charge off of this. You've got a power button on one side, you've got an input on the other, so this is how you charge it. This side here is actually solar panels, so like Keith said, we can set this on his little shelf when we're in the tree or on your bag, and as the sun shines on this, it's actually going to charge itself back up while it's charging your phone and your GoPro. The other side, this is a wireless charger, so if you have any newer cell phone, you can just lay your phone on top of this, no cords needed, and it's going to wirelessly charge your phone. And then with a double click of the button, it also turns into a flashlight. So it's got multiple settings on it as well. Pretty neat little thing to have. Just for future reference, you can plug a GoPro up to this thing, and I've run a GoPro for 6.5, almost 7 hours straight. That's talking record time. Hit record, walk away, come on, and you know, the GoPro finally, the battery, or I'm sorry, the SD card finally fills up with 6 or 7 hours of footage. I still have 50% battery left on this thing, and that's with it, you know, solar charging itself. But it's just a great thing to have. It does have a little weight to it, but it's well worth having in the bag if you've got any, you know, electricity that you need to charge while you're in the stand.
Yeah, especially, you know, with us self-filming, you run off from the camper or whatever, and man, I only got one battery with me. I have my charger with me. You can plug that up into there and charge your camera battery for your filming purposes too. So let's see. So I actually in here, let's see here what I got going on. Yeah, so this is how I've got this set up now. It's it's my GoPro. I've actually got it on a clip here, where you can clip it up on the bill of your hat. Going in and out of the stand, you got it up here, and it's videoing you walking up into your stand or getting into your stand, a point of view. So that's what I got there.
Moving right along. Also, here's mine. I use a DJI Osmo, same thing as a GoPro, very competitive. The specs are almost identical. They use the same little accessories, so anything his GoPro can go on, this Osmo can go on. Super sweet, super good. You can get everything from 4K footage to like 240 frames a second out of these bad boys. We love them for a second angle, get up and do our interviews with. That way the main camera, we can save the battery life for when a deer's actually in front of us. We use these all the time, and then I just carry a cord also attached to it. That's what runs over to that battery bank I just showed you guys. So that's something we highly recommend, is these GoPros as a second angle. Nowadays, like I said, with the quality you're getting out of them, it's dumb not to.
So literally the last thing that I have in here, I've got mine down in this big basket that we were actually talking about.
Yeah.
And
this thing is sweet.
So it basically has two buckles, straps, whatever you want to call it. So you can actually swing this thing up and make it into a shelf, or you can let it hang and it becomes a basket. But right now I've got the exact same thing Justin just run through on this solar charger. I won't get into all that again, but mine, I've kept the cord on mine that goes to my GoPro. So literally, get up in the stand, get your GoPro set up, get your bat or your shelf, the metal shelf I had screwed into the tree, lay your solar charger on it, plug it up, and you're good to go.
Good deal. I've only got a couple items left on mine in this bottom little zipper here, so I'll run through them. I also have the extinguisher grunt call, like he said, freaking amazing. This is my first year with one, so I'm excited to get out there and use it. And then I keep a set of gloves, Under Armour. They're fleece lined gloves. They've got the little finger grippies on the front that you can scroll through your cell phone or whatever if you want to as well. And it has the bow trigger finger. You can slide out your bare finger if you want to when you're pulling the trigger. And I think that pretty much wraps me up, Heath. What about you?
Yeah, it's basically...
The only other thing that I could mention is on the pack itself, out on this front little pocket here, as you can see, I got the Illusions Black Rack on here. It's just a good place to stick it. Also on these packs, you got some loops down here at the bottom. You can roll up, you know, if you're hiking into the stand and you're like me and you sweat real bad, you can roll up your, you know, your parka and your bibs, and you can attach them to the bottom of your pack. And then there's molly attachments all over these things. You could literally carry and strap as much as you wanted to this backpack. I'm really excited. I just got mine in like 3 days ago, and I got it all packed out, and I walked around the house for like 30 minutes just because it was so comfortable compared to what I was used to hiking in and out of the stand. And we got some pretty rough terrain here in northeast Tennessee that we hunt, and we're actually in some pretty hilly environment in southwest Ohio that we hunt in. So it's or southeast Ohio that we hunt in. So it's nice to have some comfortable gear to pack, or something comfortable to pack your gear in and out of. Other than that, Heath, you got anything else for me?
No, that's pretty much it. I carry the Black Rack as well. Of course, when we get up in Ohio, typically we'll leave those in the stand. But what I will probably do, and Justin may do the same thing, like I said, we're just kind of learning these. I may actually put, so we linked up with Out on a Limb this year, and using their camera arms, yep. The 0360. We have a video on that. Go over, check it out. Awesome arm for self-filming. But I'll probably strap my arm in here, and then I got to looking on this thing. There's like Justin said, there's so many different opportunities with this bag. You could actually undo this right here, let your horns hang right there, and then snap that back, and then you can still carry your arm down here. And like I say, there's so many variables with this bag. That's what makes it very interesting.
Yeah, and we'll probably change this thing up before we ever get in the woods anyways.
Yeah, you know how it is. I got to use mine once in velvet season. Justin's hadn't come in yet. Very pleased with it, and I think it's gonna be very beneficial this year.
That's it. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap us up. If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like down there for us, share the video. We got plenty of content coming. Hopefully you'll see us killing a couple big bucks this year on camera. If you're listening to the podcast, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. We've got a previous podcast. It's a meet and greet. Go check it out. We're going to be doing a bunch more weekly. We're going to be interviewing guys from all over the country. We're going to do post and pre-hunt podcasts. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in regardless of where you're watching or listening. Come back for more, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks.